Hi guys, today I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that I've been seeing coming up on the socials. Lots of stuff coming up about things like technique and behaviorism, and specifically the quadrants of learning theory and how all of those things are so limiting and so incomplete and even wrong in some cases. People say they don't use techniques or that using techniques is bad. It's unnecessarily divisive and it's a false dichotomy. What these things have in common is that they're all structures, which by nature are constraining. That's the idea. And yeah, sometimes these structures can cause harm when people don't use them as part of a larger perspective, or when they get so entrenched in their own technique or their own way of doing things that they can't do anything else. But I think it's irresponsible to say that they're invalid because they're not the whole picture. They're not meant to be the whole picture. One of my favorite iterations of this is death to the quadrants. No, let the quadrants live, but in perspective, in a little house in the suburbs with a white picket fence and some kids and a golden retriever. And you can go visit and have a beverage and a meal and a conversation. Have a conversation. But for the love of all that's holy, don't move in. Don't live there. Just visit and then go home and think about your conversation that you had. And then visit somewhere else. There are 11 billion places to visit in this world, but I don't think you should live in any but your own. And that should probably change from time to time. So behaviorism and techniques and all of these things, they aren't wrong. It's just not the only thing that's happening. Our relationships are rewarding or not. We reinforce and punish each other on some level, intentionally or not. Rarely do I think things are actually neutral in our relationships, either with each other or with our horses or other beings in our lives. Reinforcement is happening, even if something is intrinsically rewarding, it's still rewarding. We don't have to get a material object as a reward. Our neurochemistry is such that reward or reinforcement or even punishment happens in the brain and the body. So the system itself is flexible enough to accept any kind of input, any kind of input it can conceive, either as rewarding or punishing. Even exploration is rewarding, and I think we should do a little bit more exploration. And to that end, my advice that's worth everything you're paying for it is to develop your ability to look at something and really see what it is and where it works and where it doesn't work, and where it could be true. Some things are true in some cases. Maybe that's a very small percentage of the time, but something could be true in one case, and its opposite could be true at the same time. So I would challenge you to sit and ask why people do the things they do and why you do the things that you do and where the commonalities are and where we can together make a larger picture of all of this, because the divisiveness of this works and this doesn't work and the black and whiteness of all of it is not really helping anybody. So that's my rant for today. Thanks.